Effective principals must learn to include others in the decision process. A science teacher or yearbook sponsor with 10 years of experience has gone through a learning curve and should be viewed as a resource. The school requires many people to function, and the principal is a key person in making it all happen. This video is intended to provide an overview of the 9 competencies of the TEXES Principal Examination, which involves culture, communication, conduct, curriculum, teaching, staff development and performance, program management, resources management, and physical campus management. Competency 1 looks at the culture of a school. Schools and communities surrounding them develop personalities and expectations. Principals must determine which educational needs are greatest for a community and set reasonable expectations for what students should achieve. Some school cultures merely want a student to graduate, while other school cultures expect students to graduate with grades good enough to gain entrance to prestigious universities. The principal helps create a vision of what a school could be through collaboration with a group of diverse parents, community members, and school staff. Competency 2 looks at the communication that must take place to carry out the goals of a school. Principals must learn to organize activities that inform parents of what's going on and build consensus for administrative decisions. Direct communication with parents through community groups, newsletters, and positive relations with the news media will go a long way in generating support for the community. Competency 3 looks at the conduct of the principal. A professor of mine once said that principals with strong moral character usually do a good job as administrators. And administrators should treat everyone in a fair and consistent manner, and the actions of principals must conform to all state laws and school board policies. A professor of mine once compared Competency 4, the curriculum, to all the ingredients that must be gathered together to prepare a great meal. In the educational context, the curriculum must be used to describe everything that must be gathered together that teachers need for their teaching. The principal must ensure teachers have funds for books, instructional materials, and computers. This is often based on student evaluations that show what is working and what's not working in the classroom. Competency 5 looks at the actual teaching going on in the classroom through research, formative evaluations, and summative evaluations. What innovations have been made in education that need to be adopted? Competency 6 looks at staff development and performance. The principal is expected to ensure that all teaching staff become competent in carrying out the curriculum. This involves providing adequate training and organizing an effective evaluation for all staff. Most school districts in Texas use the Professional Development Assessment System, or PDAS, for teacher assessment. Competency 7, program management, indicates that principals must work collaboratively with campus staff in reaching decisions. Principals must now make decisions concerning funding, curricular and extracurricular activities, instruction, and assessment decisions. Site-based committees must play a major role in this decision process. Competencies 8 and 9 deal with everyday management duties of a school, the here and now, as opposed to leadership, which involves taking a group of followers in a particular direction. Competency 8 involves management of all resources and overseeing of the daily operation of a school, namely managing people, money, and time. The principal may not manage all daily activities, but the principal must manage the people making the decisions, and therefore the principal must be familiar with all decisions that must be made. For example, there must be enough teachers and custodial staff each day, and school extracurricular activities must not interfere with instructional time. Competency 9 involves physical campus management, and safety is a major concern. Principals must ensure that all procedures are in place to keep students safe from fights, terrorism, contagious disease outbreaks, fire, and catastrophic weather. Schools must work with local emergency personnel in disaster planning, and parents expect schools to notify them when their children are in danger. The 9 TEXES competencies all encourage the principal to work with school staff and site-based committees in a collaborative way. Let's take a minute to review. Let's say you get an examination question dealing with a possible ethics violation by a principal. Which domain would this fall under? Competency 3, Conduct. Which competency is associated with staff development and evaluation? Competency 6. Which competency involves dealing with the media and working to generate consensus? Competency 2, Communication. Which competency is associated with the day-to-day budgeting and time management? Competency 8, Resource Management. Which competency looks at how safe a campus is? Competency 9, Physical Campus Management. Which competency ensures teachers have books and computers for school use? Competency 4, Curriculum. And finally, which competency involves management of a school vision? Competency 1, Culture.